ever wondered, hey, FactionTrolls seems a bit dull. It seems like we should add in this and make this more realistic. We should add this feature, it'll make it a lot more realistic. We should add this feature, it'll make it a lot more realistic too. But guys, today, I have a solution to all of this. Today, guys, I have 2 features which I am going to be including today. And it is going to make this world a lot better. Hey guys, this is Chris from the Gaming Cat Headquarters, and welcome back, guys, to another FactionTrolls Season 7 live stream. Today, guys, I am going to be working on an upgrade shop, and also, yes, you guys heard me, licenses. You're going to need licenses for everything in the world now. And, hold on. When I say everything, guys, I mean everything. Well, almost anything, everything anyway. You're going to need a license for... driving, of course. Guys, I honestly forget how to spell licenses, but, yeah. And then I need to also put added upgrade shop, because today, guys, we're going to be adding an upgrade shop as the first, yes, upgrade. I cannot spell. Basically, everybody needs to upgrade their tools, right? Well, we're going to do that today, fix this problem, and, yeah, you guys should probably know what I mean, because today, we're going to build an upgrade shop right here. We need to grab the correct materials for the structure, because we need to create a perfect foundation for the building to stand on and keep itself from not falling. You probably should know what I mean, because, yeah, buildings can't stand up without pillars, because they just fall immediately. And then they just fall to their demise and never be heard from or seen from again. Yep. Okay, so it's quite depressing, honestly. So, anyway, guys, let's get started. So we are going to start off with a row of 3 there. Row of 3, diorite, polished diorite. Actually, we're going to... So, basically, you have your road, right? You have your white line, solid white line. Then you go out 1, 2... And then on your second block, you place a row of 3 pillar quartz blocks with quartz stairs surrounding 3 of the 4 sides. You do not want it to be surrounding the 4th side. And then you go 1 block after that. And then for the pillar area, you go this, and then, so yeah, this is basically all you need to do. You just copy this design. So you go a space of 2 blocks right here. But of course, if you don't want a door, you just go a space of 3 blocks, but preferably I would like a door. So I'm going to go 2 blocks, and then do the same thing again with your pillar quartz. 3 blocks up like that, and then start your U-shaped again. U-shaped figure again. Let me actually just add this. And there we go. So, of course, as you can see, it's quite simple. All you need to do is just, for that part, you just do that. And then, what we're going to do is for the back area, you just place 1 block of polished andesite. And, honestly, this is going to be quite a small shop. We're going to go 3 like this, and then polished andesite, or we're going to go 3 like this, polished andesite, back, or polished andesite, back like this, 2 blocks, 1 over, and then 1 up, like that, and then polished andesite again, and then we're going to go like this, polished diorite. Of course, here will be polished andesite, and then now we actually need to get the floor in, because you can't have a building without floor. Of course, if you're going to make a shop very small like this, because I have barely any room, you still are welcome to actually upgrade the shop, just like it's called, because it's called an upgrade shop after all. So, let's upgrade it. So, if you technically want to upgrade it, just get rid of this left wall right here. As you can see, now we have an open gap in our left wall, and oh no, look, we have a, flaw in our structure forming right here. All we gotta do now is just do that, and boom. Now we have a misconception, or whatever people say nowadays. And yeah, so then technically what you would do is you'd get rid of that block right there of polished diorite, and all you do is just expand out slightly, and of course you'd have so from this pillar you would have a 3-block gap here, and then you would go out 2, over 3 polished andesite, and then technically you could form this any way you want. Let me actually just do some polished andesite there at the corners. It's best to do polished andesite at the corners or every 3 blocks, or the building starts to look misconfounded and looks like it was made by like a 2-year-old or something. A 2-year-old who was at McDonald's or something like that. Yeah, you never know what who could build what. For all you know, a baby could build the next Empire State Building. We don't even know like what could happen in the universe. All right, so we're going to do that. Then we're going to go out 3 blocks, polished andesite, out 3 blocks, or actually out 2 blocks, 3rd block there, or you know what? Forget what I just said. You could keep going out 3 blocks with the way I was doing. So go out 3 blocks like that. Polished andesite, polished diorite 3 times, polished andesite. Now, of course, if you have like a hill like this, all you gotta do is just do that. Boom, simple. You refixed your hill, I guess you could say. I don't know. But yeah. Then over here you do that again, and of course if you come up along the same thing, just do that again, and then you'll eventually fix the problem. Because I just fixed the problem of this mountain right here. And then we'll just do that. And if you want, you don't have to keep the building the same shape, but preferably it's best to keep it the same shape like this. So, of course, right now if you expand it, you end out with a shape looking like this. Then we're going to, of course, fill in the new structure of the floor itself, and once we fill in the new area where the new floor is going to be placed down, we will move on to the next section, which is the walls. Basically, all you gotta do is just, I guess, just do this, and technically I should have done a YouTube tutorial on this, but I'm gonna just, like, I guess record the last 5 minutes or whatever of that. Next, what you have to do is, so we're going to just finish filling in the floor. I'm going to time-lapse this up, and yeah, be back soon. Alright, so, of course, once you're done, you will end up with a shape looking like this. So now, what we have to work on is the outdoor area right here, where people probably end up standing out here and just walking around just to, you know, walk around and maybe wipe their feet off on something, and yeah. So they might do that. Just because of the simple fact that they might just want to wipe their feet off after a long hard day at work or something, and they might want to come to an upgrade shop to upgrade their tools. So the next thing we would do is build that up 1 more block, and then here's what we would do here. Put 1 polished diorite, upside down quartz there like that, not like this again, just the same thing, and like that, and then get rid of that block there, and then you just copy the same exact design on the other side. Let me just not fail this right here. And then after that, the next thing we would do is we're going to grab polished andesite, put that on top of that, And now we actually are going to work on the actual core structure of the building itself. So we will add in the windows later on in the building. It would just get in the way right now if we work on the windows right now. So what we're going to do is we're going to raise the building up about 3 blocks, but I'm going to put this in a time lapse so that this will be a lot faster. Be back in a minute. Alright, so of course we raised the walls up 2 more blocks, so now the walls will be 3 blocks tall. And of course we will end up with a shape like this eventually when we are done. So now I am going to actually grab a new block, which is a block that I actually never thought I'd be using in this building, and that's bricks. So we're going to, on the top layer of this right here, place a row of bricks lined along the entire edge of the building right here. Of course, if you want to make it the story, you could still do the same thing, but all you'd have to do is just copy the exact same design for the second floor as the first floor. So now what we are going to do for this part, this is the part where we are going to actually make it kind of look a bit more realistic, because we want to have like little struts that go out, then it'll make it look like it kind of holds up the building in some spots. Of course, if you were going to make it one floor, all you would do is just that, and you would just put a roof in, a flat glass roof in here, right there, and boom, you'd be done. But I want to make a second floor, so for now, we are going to get rid of that and just keep that block of polished andesite on there. And I will be back when I am done copying the first floor onto the second floor layout. Alright, so everybody, of course, as you just saw, that was me tutorialing the structure of how to actually build it, the actual building itself. But of course, I'm going to have to leave out an area like over here where the actual, what's it called, is going to be, where the elevator is going to be. I will probably have the elevator be right here, actually. So I'm going to leave this area open right here so that I can know there will be an elevator there. And all I gotta do is just copy the exact same design for the second floor. It's probably easier if I actually, just copy the design and then, do this. So, so let me just do this, and then this is gonna take a bit because of course you gotta do this, and of course it's not, I think it's a bit easier, I think it's slightly a bit easier playing on the PC with the mouse than it is on here with the thing. Except, of course, all of you know what I mean by thingy thing with the controller. So I'm probably going to have an area like right here open where we're going to have an area for like dining or something. So, all we gotta do now, guys, for the rest of this building is we just gotta keep building it the way it would have been built, the other way. So, do is just build that. So, all I gotta do now is just do this, finish doing that, and boom. Now I just go back onto the live stream, make sure the live stream is actually working and everything, and then we'll start up on the thing. So now all I'm going to do, I don't know if that's me watching or if that's Ryan watching, I have no idea. So now we'll continue to the next part. Alright, so when you are done the second floor, it'll look almost exactly like this. But of course you're going to have to finish filling in the floor. It's a quick time lapse. And the time lapse is now over, and of course the building will now look just like this from an aerial view. It's the same building copied and just rebuilt. So now what we are going to have to do is right here that you're going to leave right in front of the door, you're going to leave an open hole for an elevator right here. We're going to have an elevator shaft right there. Back here is going to be the workroom and also the area. So right here is going to be the area where you buy all the materials. So there'd be like a wall right here, and you just walk up, there'd be a sign up there, and it'd say like what kind of materials would you like to upgrade, or something like that. And you could probably also buy something. Back here there'd be a bunch of anvils, constant anvils. And then lighting will work on last because I'm gonna actually do electricity for lighting. And basically, all you gotta do now is, I want to kind of change up the layout, so all we're going to have to do now is just put a completely flat roof in right here, but this is not going to work out well, so technically all we gotta do is just expand the brick wall up 2 more blocks, and then we will be good to actually start building the actual core structure of the electricity system for the actual building to actually function in order to have lights. Of course, the first floor will probably have to, since this is a two-story building, the first floor will most likely have to just be torches or sea lanterns or something like that, because we cannot have exposed redstone here on the building. So what we're going to do is just flatten this area right here. I'm back, sorry it took so long. It's okay, Ryan. So technically all we're going to do right here is just the same thing. And come to think of it, I'm pretty sure that we do not need, I am 90% sure that we do not need, what's it called, this area right here. So technically you could just get rid of that, unless if you want elevator lights. But so if you want elevator lights, all you gotta do is just same thing, just don't get rid of that, and boom, you'll be able to do the redstone part for the elevator lights. So now all we gotta do is actually do the ceiling, but let me actually just do that. So of course these are all the building materials that you need from the beginning of the building. Now let's actually get rid of that, so that we can actually work on the actual redstone for the actual part of the building, which of course you guys know I normally try and stick away from all the redstone stuff, but we are actually going to do this for once in my life. And I never thought that I would be constantly working with redstone right now. But of course, if you want to, you can have 2 day, 2 night, or 1 day, 1 night, whatever you want for your daylight sensor system. Preferably, I'd have 2 1 night, 2 1 day for the daylight sensor system to actually work. and then preferably put lights in the corners, because lights in the corners most likely the best idea that you could get. So you put lights in the corner like this, and then let's also just grab that, and we could break this. So all we gotta do now is just make sure that we have enough space for a daylight sensor above the block, and then we got it perfectly. So right here, now this is kind of like the area where you're going to have like your main lights for the actual building itself. So it is going to be every other block for the building itself. So boom. Every other block is going to be a light, and once again, I'd prefer that the ones over here would be for day. This one would be night. This one would be day. This one would be night. This one would be day. This one, you know what I mean. Day, night, day. So then every other one would be different. And then we'll have these ones be set to night, this one be set to day, this one be set to night, this one be set to day. So that, boom, now you have a profound, efficient lighting system for your structure of the second floor. So, of course, as you can see, lights up the interior pretty well. Not too bright, not too dark. It's not so bright that it blinds your eyes, which is good, because I'm pretty sure no one likes their eyes being blinded. So, we're just gonna go with a classic water thing. So we're going to go with the classic water system. Of course, I tried to, you know what, I'm actually going to fix that quickly. And what I'm going to do is just add that. And perfect. Now, so that we have that. So all we gotta do now is we can just get rid of the redstone. And now the next thing we have to do is just light up the first floor, which first floor, it may be a bit difficult if you do not have like an open roof or like a sunroof or whatever, but it may work, but it's most likely that it will not work because you're going to need a light source for your system. See? It's on day and night, and somehow night is working even though day isn't, because it's dark in the building. That is why. So, of course, for the downstairs area, since it's going to be dark, you're going to have to invert the system for downstairs. So, bright is going to have to be dark, and dark is going to have to be bright, which just kind of not make sense, but it also does at the same time. So, of course, if you want some lights on, you have to do some on, some off. So basically, night is day, and day is night for the first floor. So yeah, of course, every other block, we're gonna do the same exact thing again, except, we might be able, actually, now that I think about it, to squeeze in a... Alright, so... You see nothing. I did not just flood my own building. You see absolutely nothing. So, actually, it might be best if we fill it in with polished andesite instead of wood, even though it would make more sense. And, yeah, so, I'm just gonna do the same thing, lighting system, constantly do that, and I'll be back for a short time lapse. And boom, of course, as you guys can now see, we are officially done with the lighting system for the first floor and the second floor. Now let's move on to the next part of the actual structure itself, is the roof. And after the roof, we're just going to work on some simple details to help make the shop look good, and then we're going to work on the interior in a separate video. Or actually, come to think about it, I may work on it all in the same video. It may be a bit nicer to work on all the same, or I'll work on it all in the same video. Now, of course, if you do a regular roof, it may, I do not know, but it may actually invert the system automatically. So sometimes it'll be night, sometimes it'll be day, day and night switch inversion system. So it seems that the system does indeed not detect that as a problem. So right here, we're actually going to now break these blocks right here, and we're going to work on this part last right here with the pole right there. So basically what we're going to do, what we're going to do right here is this is going to be like a little area where you're going to be able to walk out, and it will be like a little balcony, I guess you could say. And, yeah, so let's just, so it'll be like an area where you can enjoy yourself. This will, this will be like a little balcony right here. But if you don't have to have this balcony, but if you do, get rid of these blocks right here for the pole, and then, boom, you got your building perfectly. And then all you gotta do now is let's work on this part. It'll go up like this, over like this, up, up, and then down into, it'll look like it goes down into the thing. It's like some sort of like supporting system to like support the actual structure itself. It kind of does look ugly right now, but we're going to upgrade that by adding a occasional window in every other slot for a window. So we're going to have one on the bottom, one on the top for the left side, and then the same thing on the other side. One on top, one on bottom, one on top, one on bottom. The same thing here. Boop, boop. And then nothing there. Boop and boop. Looks cool, thank you, Ryan. I'm going to, of course, if you want to, you could actually make the ceiling look a bit more detailed, which is what I'm going to do in a minute. Because we don't want just like a boring old ceiling, because the ceiling looks like okay right now, but like we want it to look better, and we want the ceiling to like look cooler, so that it looks like a professional instance place or something like that. Of course, if you want to make the ceiling look really professional, and if you want to make the roof look really professional, I'd recommend not making the stairs. I'd recommend not making everything out of the same block, because then it kind of starts to look a bit ugly. Yes, Ryan, license is like driving. Because then the building starts to look a bit more ugly, and people start to lose interest in the. Let me just grab the best block in the game, or life. And what we're going to do now is I'm going to show you this right here. So we're going to do this, and then, so it's going to be like this. A lot of you guys have probably seen this technique used before, in other things and builds and stuff like that. And you guys go, Chris, I've seen this design before, this is way too easy. But yeah, sometimes this may be easy, but other times for other people this might not be easy. This might be the most difficult thing in the world for other people. So we don't even know. So let's just actually do the same thing here, and then here and here, and then right up here is the area where we're going to just keep it like a crease, like that. So, technically we don't have to, but if we want to, we could keep the ceiling going about the same way as it did before, and, like, keep it floating, kind of. We'll keep this part floating. So then that means the interior of the roof will not be exposed, basically. So So, all we gotta do now is I'm just gonna do a time lapse of this, and then we'll be back shortly. Alright, everybody, so of course, as you know, of course, for this video, when it's being made right here, as a live stream, of course, it's not gonna be in the time lapse format because you can't do it in a time lapse format. Yeah, Ryan, I might do that. I probably will. So, we're probably going to just change it up like this a little bit, and then, yeah, boom. Because then it matches the other side perfectly, and boom, bop, bip, bop. Now all we gotta do here is just, there we go. So, can I time lapse it for you? Ryan, you can't because I'm going to be uploading this video as a video for a tutorial on like tomorrow or something, because I gotta get a video out for tomorrow or Sunday rather, or sometime this weekend, because I'm trying to go back to daily videos again. Put it on the FactionTrolls YouTube channel. Well, obviously, Ryan, what else would I put it on my channel? I mean, that's kind of boring if I just put it on my channel, because then boom. I mean, I'm gonna put it on both channels, Ryan. I'm actually gonna put it on both channels, because if I put it on both channels, that means both channels will get more views and subscribers. It's a win-win scenario, Ryan. You can't decline it. Otherwise, you lose your expiration date for the server goes down. Just kidding. But yeah. So I'm gonna cut out now. Alright, everybody, so we completed that part right there, and now if you want to do the same thing again, all you gotta do is just literally the same exact thing you did for the other part, and then right here you just do that. It kind of becomes a tricky hassle with right here, so what we're going to do is just act like it's not there and just build around it. It's literally that simple. We're just gonna build around it, act like it's not even there, and then boom. I am getting spam comments. So of course, guys, as you guys know, this is from a live stream right now, the actual video itself, which is what I'm doing the tutorial on. Of course, I'm gonna have to like cut it out and like shorten the thing out and stuff, and it's gonna be a lot different when it's a video from when it's the live stream like it is right now. So this area right here is kind of what we're going to have to change, because right here that just doesn't cut it. So basically what we're going to do is now we are going to actually grab some brick slabs, and we're just gonna, yeah, there we go. It's literally that simple. So everybody, we are officially done the exterior for this building and most of the interior. All you have to do now, guys, I'm just gonna actually leave up the interior to you guys. Like, you could add anvils in and stuff like that. For example, I'm just gonna add in an anvil on every corner, with a crafting table underneath of it, most likely, and a chest above it. So there's going to be a chest, and then crafting table underneath of it. And then boop, and then boop, and then boop, and then anvils on top. Then after the anvils, you put the chests on top, just in case if anybody needs to use any kind of storage for it, and boom. We got our upgrade shop here, guys. So, hope you guys have enjoyed the video. Of course, you can do the same thing on the second floor. And then you can also make this like a nice little building. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this tutorial. If you did, please be sure to punch that like button, punch the subscribe button, turn on notifications to become part of the notification gang. Subscribe to, if you're watching this video on the FactionTrolls official YouTube channel, please be sure to subscribe to the Gaming Cat YouTube channel, which is my main channel. And if you're watching this on the Gaming Cat channel, please be sure to go subscribe to the FactionTrolls official YouTube channel. So, yeah, my subscribers will sub for sub on different channels, which are kind of owned by the same person. Ryan and I both own the FactionTrolls official YouTube channel. So, yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed the video today. Please be sure to punch the like button, punch the subscribe button, turn on notifications. We're going to the notification guy. Catch you guys next time. See you guys. Alright. Ryan, you're rage quitting because I'm about to post the video on the FactionTrolls YouTube channel. Dude, you are like rage quitting. Upgrade. Now all you gotta do, Ryan, is just basically just follow that tutorial and then just Alright, so perfect. Now we just got an upgrade shop. All you gotta do now is just put $75. I believe it was $75. Let me find the thing again. Hold on a minute, I gotta find this. Upgrade shop, I'm just going to assume $75 per upgrade. So why do I keep spelling upgrade? Upgrade. I'm gonna eventually change that. That's not $75 per upgrade forever. People are gonna enter the word and be like, what is this? And luckily it says on top of it, what's it called? Upgrade shop. So, oh my god. You know what, Ryan? I'm working on the licensing thing in the next episode. I literally cannot. I am like falling asleep right here, just sitting here. So tomorrow, Ryan, we are doing portal stations. We are doing portal stations tomorrow in tomorrow's video, and then a dump, and then a gym, hardware store, swimming pool, spa, hot tub, ice rink, stuff like that. Let me actually look at the jobs list. An author, yes. I'm going to probably have to make a book area for authors and stuff. Ryan, I'm not ignoring you. I'm literally focusing right now. Do I have to literally look at the comments every second of my life, Ryan? So technically, you're basically demanding that I look at the comments, which is not nice at all. So, author, banker, bodyguard, builder, master builder or builder master, cashier, cook, demolitionist, a doctor, factory worker, farmers, farmhand, which is gets half of the money that the farmer sells. Let's see, grocery worker, job center employee, which job center employee basically schedules job interviews, and job center director does job interviews. Lab workers, landscaper for flattening terrain and land, landscaper for cutting grass and making it nicer, salary $500, which is quite surprising. Scientist, and a snow shoveler. Yep. And ideas is grass gets too tall, mow it once a week or something like that. So basically what I'm going to do now, from now on, is I'm going to have to run around the world and just basically just bone meal people's yards. for a start, I'm going to, in everybody's yard, just put 1 bone meal. So Derpy's brother's yard gets 1 bone meal here, 1 bone meal there, bone meal there, there, there. And that's, I guess, good. And then this area is going to get fully bone mealed because this person hasn't, or no one moved here anyway. Nope. Yep, someone did move here. But that grass is going to be extra tall, so no one lives here, I believe, in Ace's house. Let's see. So this grass I'm going to make extremely tall. Technically, he has to cut his grass or get someone to cut his grass. So, boom, all we gotta do is just grass the whole area. You just gotta grass up the whole area, and then we'll make my yard filled with grass too, because no one's gonna be cutting my thing. So, wait, what do you mean by Ryan? So, yeah, so all I gotta do now, guys, is just finish bone mealing up the place. It's gonna be natural because, yeah, it's just. So we're gonna have some tall spots of grass here and there. And you're kind of lucky if you have your grass like that. I'm just gonna have my grass be growing too. You know, it's gonna be growing naturally. I'll hire someone to cut it. Hire someone to cut my grass. Except, of course, in real life, I cut my grass. I don't hire someone to cut it. Let's see. So we got crazy grass here. Let's see. Bushes might also get bigger over time. So you'd have to, like, trim bushes, too. Let's see. So Ryan hasn't been on in a while, so his grass is gonna grow like crazy. On one side, and then the other side is. Ryan has like a huge area, like this whole mountain almost is his property. And this whole area is my property, right here, all the way to this wall. Underneath this wall, or behind this wall, is not my property, and yeah, so let's see, technically I could just I'm gonna fall asleep any minute now, guys. I'm literally about to fall asleep on camera, probably. So I'm tired, but I'm also not at the same time. Crap. Of course I crapped. Figure of speech, guys. Well, that was wonderful. Congratulations, Wood. You just, spilled all, or, congratulations, Sprite. You just spilled all over the wood. Alright. So, places like this area and stuff, we don't need to, like, grow the grass like crazy and stuff, but places like here, this grass needs to be grown, like, or trimmed badly. Bushes are gonna grow like crazy here. And hold on a second, guys. Guys, I am like recording. I just realized the time is 11:47 right now, and I am still awake. I didn't even realize that. Which means, guys, any minute now, I am going to wrap all this up. So. I'll work on everything else in the future. But for now, guys, I'm going to end out this episode here. It is very late. And I'll lost track of time again. Hope you guys have enjoyed. If you did, punch the like button, punch the subscribe button, turn on notifications, turn on the notification gang. Catch you guys next time. See you guys.